Wednesday, January 11th. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. I want to talk about music today. So many of you have asked questions about music and given me some comments about how you feel. And we have so many questions about this area, and so many people have strong opinions. And I'm one of those. I'd love to give you mine today. I've chosen 3 comments today out of many, many more. And I think these probably represent all of them. Lawrence from Facebook says, why do so many Christians judge other Christians regarding music? Like Amy Grant, B.J. Thomas, Stryper, and many others. For instance, B.J. Thomas. Some Christians have judged him for doing some of the music he did before becoming a Christian. Is this wrong for what B.J. Thomas has done? I like some of those old songs. Thanks, Lawrence. I like some of those old songs, too. And it's kind of silly to judge people for what they did before they were Christians. But sometimes it's just as silly to judge them for what they're doing while they're Christians. I remember a song that Barron Cross did years ago called Love at Full Volume, where one of the guys in the band actually wrote the song as a love song to his wife. Wonderful song. But people were critical because it didn't talk about Jesus, and how could he do that on a Christian album? Well, I hope we've come a little way since then. But it's kind of silly, isn't it? And honestly, Lawrence, I'd love to drop these titles. Christian, secular. I think we ought to just do music and call it that. Maybe I've been a little tainted by the years of working with music. It's been 40 years now that I've been working in pioneering Christian rock and metal and some other forms of music. It's been a long time. I've seen a lot of things, and I've seen a lot of people. And I know that many Christian artists don't really represent what I would say would be a quote-unquote good Christian. If you knew some of the things about maybe some of your favorite artists, you wouldn't be so excited to support them so much. But really, is that what it's all about? It'd be great if we could drop the title. There are some really wonderful people, wonderful Christians, who are in secular, quote-unquote, bands. What about them? How about just judging music because it's great music? How about judging lyrics because the lyrics match our lifestyle? It's okay to write a love song to your wife. Why? Because love is really from God and it matches our lifestyle. And there are things that we sing about that don't necessarily have the word Jesus all over them, but they talk about life. And people ask me sometimes, Pastor Bob, do you listen to secular music? And my answer is yes, I do, quite often. There's some songs I really love. But I have a criteria. I only listen to music that matches my lifestyle. And that involves a lot of music. A lot of music. So that's kind of the bottom line. And I wish we would lose these titles, Christian, secular, whatever, because I really think they do music a disservice. And the lines are so blurred today anyway, honestly. Mark from Facebook says, why is it that so many people condemn Christian metal? I remember so many churches, especially back in the 80s, going after Stryper. They made fun of them because of how they dress, their hair, etc. This was in churches. It made me ashamed to call myself a Christian. I felt so sorry for them. I still hear it occasionally. What do you say to people who judge a form of music and its artists? Well, first of all, we have come a long way since the 80s, and those days and that controversy are still in my head because we go through it in a lot of countries whenever we pioneer a festival. Many times I meet with pastors and church leaders who are really concerned about bringing Christian metal into their country, that we're going to corrupt the kids. And I understand that. If I wasn't in the middle of all of this, I might feel the same way. And so I understand. But, we've come a long way since the 80s. I saw Tim Gaines just about a week ago, and he looked like he was doing fine. I think they've all weathered just fine. And great guys in Stryper and many of the bands that have pioneered in Christian metal. We do judge according to a form of music and its artists. And the reason we do mostly has to do with our own taste, honestly. And then because we don't like something personally, a lot of times we go after them and say, well, I don't like it, so God doesn't like it either, which isn't true. You know, if I were going to judge music according to my personal taste, I'd probably have to say that Christian country is probably satanic as well. Because I don't like country western music. But that's me. And it doesn't mean that Christian country artists are bad. In fact, I know many of them, and I love them to death. It just isn't my personal taste. But you see, we do that really easily. And people say there's no ministry in it. You know, how can you promote that kind of music? Well, it's been 40 years now, and I've seen a whole lot of ministry in it. You know, I got this Facebook comment not very long ago from Johnny from Sweden. He said, I just want to tell you how much Bobfest, which is a festival that we did in Sweden for actually I think 6 years or 7 years in a row, which was named after me, and I appreciate that so much. He said, I want to tell you how much Bobfest meant for the youth in our community. For all of them, their whole life changed. They didn't know God before, now they do. Thank you, Bob, and God bless you. Isn't that great? You know, youth in a whole community changed because of a festival, bringing great music and good news. And music continues. And I'm so glad that there are still some artists out there that have music ministry as their focus and their heart for music. God bless you. Have a great day.